mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Welcome back po sa ating 365 Daily Devotion with Pastor Russell Ocampo. So, ang topic po natin for today, why is peace more important than wealth? At syempre patuloy pa rin po tayo sa ating Bible character election. So, ang concept po natin ay who is Lot? Abraham and Lot part ways. So, Lot was a man gently pleased by God through his relationship with Abraham. He prospered, gained wealth, and was given freedom to choose where he would settle. In Genesis 13, when conflict arose between their herdsmen, Abraham graciously allowed Lot to choose first. Lot lifted up his eyes and chose the fertile plains of Jordan, land that looked green, prosperous, and promising. Yet the Bible quietly adds a warning. The people of Sodom were exceedingly wicked. Lot's decision was guided by the sight, not faith. He did not ask what honored God, only what benefited him. Through Lot gained land, he slowly moved closer to moral danger. His story remained as that good-looking choices can still lead to painful consequences. True wisdom is not choosing what looks big, but choosing what keeps us close to God. At makita natin ito sa Genesis chapter 13, verse 8 to 13, ang sabi dito, So Abraham said to Lot, Let's not have any quarreling between you and me or between your header and mine. For we are close relative is not who lands before you. Let's part company. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left. Lot looked around, saw the whole plain of Jordan toward Zor was well weathered, like garden of the Lord, like land of Egypt. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose to himself the whole plain of Jordan, set toward the east. The two men parted company. Abraham lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitches the tents near Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning gently against the Lord. At ngayon po, share ko po yung mga natutunan ko sa naging topic po natin for today. Siyempre po, magsisimula po tayo sa ating teaching. First teaching, what looks good in the eyes is not always good. So, minsan yung mga nakikita nating good or magagandang bagay na nakikita ng mata natin, hindi naman palaging ganon yung mga nakikita natin or hindi tayo palaging makakita na magagandang bagay. Sa ating second teaching naman, peace is more valuable than wealth. So, yung katahimikan ng buhay na meron ka, syempre mas importante siya sa yaman na meron ng isang tao. Dahil ngayon iba, kahit may pera sila, minsan wala nang kapayapaan sa buhay nila. Sa ating third teaching naman, raising a family is godly culture should be a top priority. So, kapag ikaw ay nagpapalaki ng isang pamilya or mas pinapalago mo yung pamilya mo, dapat meron kang godly culture or kung saan na sinusunod mo yung gusto ng Panginoon sa paglago ng iyong pamilya. Sa dadaho tayo sa ating application, first application, weigh your decision using biblical principle. So, ikaw kapag ikaw ay nag-iisip or gumagawa ng mga decisions sa buhay mo, syempre dapat ginagamit mo ron yung biblical principles na kung saan binabasa mo lahat ng paniniwala mo or yung mga decision mo sa Biblia ang sinulat ng ating Panginoon. Sa ating second application naman, prioritize peace over wealth. So, kailangan prioritize mo rin yung kapayapaan na meron ka. Hindi yung puro ka lang payaman, pero wala nang kapayapaan sa buhay mo. Mas importanteng payapa ang buhay mo kesa sa marami kang pera or mayaman ka. Sa third application naman natin, raise your family within a godly culture. So, yung pamilya mo, yung mga anak mo, yung mga magiging anak mo, yung magiging asawa mo, syempre dapat sumusunod kayo sa batas ng Panginoon na kung saan nile-lecture mo sa kanila yung turo ng Panginoon and doon kayo magbabase sa pagpapalago at pagpapalaki ng mga anak. So, dadako tayo sa ating last discussion. So, Ang discussion po, how can we practically raise our family within godly culture? Para sa akin, mas mapapalaking pamilya ng isang tao using God. Siyempre, ginagabayan sila ni God sa buhay na meron sila, and patuloy na si God ang mananatili at papalakas, maninindigan sa kanilang pamilya. At syempre, si God yung nagiging sentro ng kanilang pamilya. So, sa dive deeper natin, why does moving east mean moving farther away from God, and moving west means moving near to God? So, sinabi dito na para sa akin, kapag pinili mo kasi yung si God sa buhay mo, wala siyang direction na dapat puntahan. Kung may direction man, dapat maging maayos yung pakikipagtungo sa kanya, or dapat naman maging maganda yung kalalabasan ng pakikiisa mo sa ating Panginoon. So, ayun lamang po for our today's discussion. Thank you for watching.